Episode of SCS, where we review restaurants, movies, and TV shows and talk about home bars, cocktails, and pop culture. I'm Ryan Lund, and with me is
Roy Smith.
Another wonderful episode, Roy.
It's a new one.
This one is a little different than the others.
Yep.
Should we tell our podcast audience what we got going on here?
Yeah, let's give them the spiel.
We're recording live from the Radio Bar in Spokane, located at 2408 West Northwest Boulevard. Local little craft cocktail spot. They got craft cocktails, good food, top-notch service, and
pretty cool atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a little quiet today. We're here a little before the rush hour, so we can record without a whole lot of background music or noise, but yeah.
It's nice. They do have multiple TVs with football on, so if you're a football fan, it's a good place to hang out. Yeah. It's not too crowded so far.
Especially if you're a Seahawks fan, because, local team probably takes over any other team that you might be able to see.
Every weekend, it ruins my weekend.
Yeah.
Because they always play at the same time as the Niners.
Right.
And they air the Seahawks over them. I've tried multiple different ways to overwork the system. Tried switching my area on Hulu. Tried
You know what I heard? You can change your location if you have YouTube TV. You can make you think you live in San Francisco or whatever.
See, but mine goes off of the internet provider that I have.
Yeah.
So it syncs to the house, to the area code. So it's stuck. I know, because I tried so hard to try to work around it, and it's impossible.
It's too bad when you grew up that they figured you were more of a San Francisco person rather than a Seattle person. I think all could have been different if they just would have aired the right games.
Yeah, it's true, because they probably did play more Niner games and Cowboy games where I'm from than they did Seahawks games back then, because the Seahawks were garbage.
Right, that's true.
I don't think they probably aired them up
just
here.
Did it for ratings, because the Seahawks suck so bad.
They're doing pretty good this year, though.
Yeah,
my team's dealing with Jimmy's inconsistency.
They're basically, the whole division is...
Yeah, it's garbage.
I mean, are they any good? We get to play the Giants, so I guess we'll get to see if...
When is that, next week?
That's this week, today.
Tonight?
Yeah. Roy, you have any new life interactions that you've had to tangle with lately?
Interaction? No, just Friday was just an onpour of just the dumbest of the dumb.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You're talking about the trunk or treat or your work day?
No, not the trunk or treat was great. That was fun. Got to see some people I haven't seen in a while. But, no, just we're almost to the end of the line. Like, this bus doesn't go here? I'm like, no. Like, you should have asked me this downtown.
Oh, right, before you got on?
Yeah, but not right when I'm almost done with this route. Like, you don't go there? No. I don't, obviously. I'm on the other side of town. And then just all these new passes are not working out, and it's just a pain.
Oh,
because you tell
your
them
prediction
it's fine.
Worked?
Yeah, well, you tell them it's fine. It's like, no, don't worry about it, and they sit there. It's like, no, I said it's fine. And they're just like, it's not working. I'm like, I understand. That's why I said it's fine. Go sit down.
Maybe you should, instead of it's fine, kind of a vague response, you go, sir, your pass is not going to work, but you are allowed to ride the bus.
No, they don't care. They used to do free days every now and then.
Still do it?
And you'd be like, no, you put your hand over the thing, they'd still try to put the money. It's like, it's free today. And it's just like, sometimes I'm just like, fine. Like, put your money in. Like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. But so it was just a snowball of, it happens every now and then. Just a day that just, one thing after another, dumb question after dumb question. Or just people that, I had some lady sitting in the back of the bus, somehow her phone
slid all the way up.
It launched out of her hand somehow. And ended underneath the wheelchair chairs. Like where you lift the chairs up and down. No, like, and there's all these straps and stuff down there. And so she couldn't figure out how to lift the seat up. And there was this other guy that had a cane, so he couldn't really help her. And so I'm like, oh my goodness. So I have to get under there, open it up, have to figure out where it's at. I'm just like, how did it get from back there to here? Like, I don't know. Some things just like blow your mind. It's like, I don't understand
Well, stupid people defy the laws of physics usually.
They do.
It's
I
impressive.
think so. They find a way. They have. I don't think it's a will thing either. I think it's just they're just so out there, like in their own world that anything's possible.
Right. It's a world of possibilities.
Yeah. But I don't know. Other than that, nothing like one-on-one type of thing.
Yeah.
Just a big group.
Same here. I've still been just reeling from that guy showing me the naked woman on the cup, thinking it was a tiger.
That's so funny.
He played it off too. He just kept talking like.
Do you think it was an honest mistake, or do you think that was like his whole skit?
I think he didn't even look at it till he got back out to my truck, and when he looked at it, he goes, "Oh, there's a naked woman on here, and no tiger," like my mug had.
That's funny.
All right.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
So, as you can see on our YouTube channel, we were just served a cocktail.
Yep.
We went with the old Sazerac here.
Yep, it's one of our favorites.
Ooh. Smell the lemon.
Smells good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like frosted.
Oh, yeah.
You got the little ice.
You need your double fine mesh strainer for those chunks, you know.
Not a critique. Delicious,
not a critique.
No, it's not chunks. It's like frost off the glass.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like the little ice.
You can smell the absinthe and everything.
Yeah, it's good. They do a really good job making cocktails here.
This is the place that turned me on to using that Demerara simple syrup.
Yeah, which you can find at your local Total Wine and More.
Yeah, you sure
About
can.
$10 a bottle.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Pricey, a little
sweeter.
Well,
not really, because it lasts a long time.
That's true. You use like...
Yeah, it's not like you're doing ounces.
Yeah.
Just like when we bought that big bottle of bitters.
Oh my gosh.
Lasted us like a year.
A year.
And that was only like $7 compared to like $4 for like the normal little Tabasco sized bottle.
I thought we would probably lose that bottle like camping or something, like some way around the
like
road.
We lost the potato peeler.
Yeah, that one magically reappeared.
Yeah.
So, well, magically, did it ever disappear? It sounds like it was just on the bar.
It was on its own adventure.
It was with the bar tools.
Yeah.
And
but it wasn't, though. It had to have been somewhere else on the bar.
It might have been on that workspace on the bar, and then I thought it was a marker or something.
Like the back corner or something. Yeah. I don't know. That's so funny, though.
Oh, man. One question I got here while we're kind of in current events, Roy. Halloween. Halloween was last week, but I did want to ask you, you have any tips on surviving Halloween with kids? Like, do you have a strategy? Just let them eat all their candy in one day?
No. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
But
just one day of trouble rather than...
Yeah. I mean, we try to... I mean, they eat way more candy this time of year than any other time of year.
Yeah.
Sully's not a real sweets guy, so I'll end up with most of his candy eventually. He'll just pick what he really wants.
Got to get the chocolate first. That's my rule. I get in there, I get all the chocolate.
But I think when you're trick-or-treating, if you're going out with your kids...
Yeah.
A nice little walking cocktail. Makes it a little bit more pleasurable for the adults.
It's I would agree with that.
And it's dealer's choice, you know. If you just want a beer, you can put a beer in a cup.
That's right.
Whatever.
It's not about...
But some sort of alcohol.
Yeah.
Needs to be on your person.
Just a little bit to dull the pain.
As long as you're not driving. If you're just walking a neighborhood.
Well, yeah, right, obviously.
But which is what we do.
My other move is throw in a big old huge speaker and just rock out as you walk.
That's always fun. But once you get to the playlist once, you're kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it does start to get a little repetitive.
I've heard this song 5 times already.
Do you notice the artistry in the lemon peel? They cut the ends and it's nice square.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't think you do yours that way. I've been getting robbed.
When you're in as much of a hurry as I am, Roy, you're lucky to even get a drink with all the ingredients in it.
You got to be at the bar.
I did notice no cherry. Are you?
Well, I think that's an our thing.
Yeah, we just put cherries in everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, but it is a really good drink.
We need to buy some of those fancy cherries again because we've been.
I know. I asked last time I was there.
Yeah, I know.
Do you need anything else? No,
I always forget.
Just the Demerara.
Well, should we move on? Well, we can't move on to that. Let's just move on to the happy hour segment, Roy.
Yeah, let's do it.
And we'll hit up Supper Club when our food gets here.
All right.
Cheers. It's happy hour.
Home bar happy hour. So, Roy, we're not at a home bar. We're not at Linda's for once.
We're at an actual bar.
Yeah. We've been waited on. There's TVs going. What is the main difference between Linda's and a real bar? What'd you say?
Well, you're not serving us.
That's true.
So that's one thing. And then we got multiple TVs to watch the games.
Yeah.
We're not behind a bar.
Do you feel like we need a TV at Linda's then?
No, but if we're just out there
hanging out.
Well, I guess we did during the summer a couple times.
Yeah, but we didn't really have it hooked up to anything good you could actually watch.
No, I mean, your bar is pretty legit.
I mean, it almost kind of has the same aesthetic as this place.
Yeah.
See the bricks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See,
those are
feels right at home.
Yeah.
I bet they're fake. Yeah. They look fake.
Fake column of bricks. But no, that's great. I like this. We've been here probably 4 times, maybe 5, as a group, or just with me and the wife.
Yeah, I think I've only been here once or twice.
Really? I know the girls have been here more than we have.
I've only been here that one time that we had the Sazerac.
Oh.
We were going to... Was that before we went to
Maybe we came
show?
Here once. Yeah, no. You guys had another event planned that afternoon, but we met up here first to have a drink.
That's right, yeah.
Just to have a drink.
Yep, that was it.
I know the girls like this place a lot.
Yeah.
So they've been here multiple times.
I like the craft cocktail part of it, but I also like the menu. It's like not... I mean, it's like high-end food.
Bar food.
But yeah, upscale.
It's nothing that's going to you're not going to find it at a 5-star restaurant, but it's very good for
the quality is it's all unique. That's what I'm looking for. It's really unique.
And it's a close location to where we live.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Which is nice.
Right. And this area has a ton of good spots. You got, I mean, if we keep doing these on-location spots, we might have a whole northwest section.
Downriver, Outlaw, Fieldhouse.
Pints, JJ's. Or not JJ's. Is that what it's called?
It doesn't matter. Indian Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember we've had issues.
Yeah. Yeah. But all the rest I've never had a bad experience. I've never been to Downriver though.
They're good. I think they're owned by the Flying Goat and them are in cahoots or something.
Yeah, this place is sweet.
Does the golf course Downriver have a restaurant?
I think that is theirs.
The Downriver Grill?
Yeah. I know the one.
That would make sense.
Out, you're going towards Meade, you take
Wandermere?
Wall to Waikiki.
Yeah, the 1899 or 1889.
That's we went there once on restaurant week, and it was the pricier restaurant
that
week.
That was cool. We've been there once too.
It's cool.
So we've kind of wandered off topic here. Is there anything, if you owned this bar, that you would do different?
No, because I think
it's basically perfect.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, they have beer and everything you'd want, but they're going for the more relaxed, cocktail type feel.
I got it. It says they're family friendly. I'm seeing the games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask if there's a high chair. So that's the real test.
Yeah, but then they also have an outdoor seating area when it's nice out.
Yeah.
So we checked that out last time we were here, and it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think they
level deck, and then there's a little yard back there.
They've improved it as they've gone. I think that was kind of the, because they opened in January or something in the winter, and then they kind of had to wait for the weather to get that going.
It's a sweet little spot.
Yeah, I'm enjoying
it. It's not in your face. Some bars they got all sorts of craziness all over the walls.
Yeah.
And loud music playing and everything.
Simple.
But when we've come here in the past, it's nice lounge type music.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Is it jazzy type?
No, it's just more
boom, 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 boom,
no,
boom.
it's just a more relaxed feel.
When I hear radio bar, I think 90s grunge music.
Yeah.
And I
think
have the same thought everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't they playing grunge here?
No, but it's sweet. I really like it.
Yeah.
And it's a good size for a little local neighborhood bar.
Kind of wish they had a front patio,
Well, because the sun's that way.
Yeah.
But where would you go? There's not really a lot of space to do that. I guess if you did a raised one.
Just perfect world situation,
Yeah.
Party in the front, party in the back, party inside.
They have this big window right here in the front to let all the natural light in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bright. Now I am seeing some Sonic Youth pictures, so that's a grungy deal. We got... Yeah. Anyways, looks like we... Yeah.
Sweet.
Sure, just...
Okay.
Right here, or you want me to just make room here?
We'll kind of move stuff around and just plop it down wherever there's a spot. We're probably
That's pretty quick service.
I think we're degrading their service by having all this stuff.
We're making it a little bit difficult for them, but they're doing a great job still.
Can't pour us our water.
Nope. Who needs water when you got booze?
Oh, that's for sure. Tasty, tasty, tasty.
It's a nice glass, too, because it gives you a little grip.
Yeah. Heavy, too. Quality. Quality in every level here. All right. Here comes the foods, Roy.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you. Like Sazerac. Oh, it's great.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you.
That looks great.
Well, Roy, should we move on to the Supper Club segment of this podcast?
Or you want to wait for your food to come out?
I'm sure it'll be out in a second.
All right. Let's move on.
It's time to dive into the segment of the week.
It's time for the segment of the week, Roy.
Oh. Threw a little sideball on me there, huh?
Yeah. Here, let's just try that again.
All right, people, grab your seat. It's time for supper.
It's Supper Club time.
Alrighty, we're back for Supper Club here. Roy just got his tacos.
Yep, the Sunday taco special.
Got a hummus plate showing up here. There we go. Here, I got it. Thank you. Oh,
awesome.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Wow, look
That's a big plate.
This, yeah. I went with the hummus plate. Oh, look at those tomatoes. Those are looking good.
Yeah. Got carrots, some artichokes, pita bread.
And you went with the
Sunday taco special.
Yeah.
It's
kind of a street taco vibe there.
Chipotle chicken.
Nice. Oh, am I seeing a spicy mayo-looking stuff, or... No, I don't think I'm seeing that, actually.
It looks good, though.
Cool. Well, we're going to eat and podcast.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this as best as we can.
This is the Supper Club segment.
This is a first. Normally we have supper and then do the podcast.
Right.
Or food.
You know, one thing I really like is there is a ton of pita bread usually.
Yeah.
When you get this, there's like, you're missing so much. This is a hefty amount of hummus also.
It's got some good spice to it.
It's basically the secret to any taco.
Yeah.
Is
all the seasoning.
The seasoning, yeah. I'm not sure how people are gonna like that.
Yeah.
Just eat.
And we're gonna just take one bite.
Oh boy. All right. Well,
that's good. I really recommend these tacos if you like a little heat.
Mm-hmm. Is it a buffalo?
It's like
situation?
a Chipotle.
Okay.
Spicy Chipotle.
Maybe we should start a companion podcast that's just AMSR and it's just chewing and...
Two guys eating food.
Yeah.
Good.
The people would love it. I've got an idea. What if we do a break on the mics, eat, and then come back?
Yeah.
Those were some tasty foods, Roy.
It was very good.
Wow. I had plenty of pita. The hummus was amazing. Fresh tomatoes.
Yeah.
Everything on there. The clamato olives. I could
Artichoke
crawl
hearts.
inside of that I could crawl inside of that and die. Be a happy man.
It looked really good. And the tacos were amazing.
I was surprised there wasn't a sauce on those, but the chicken was juicy enough that it
It had a lot of the Chipotle seasoning and stuff on it, so it was really good. And then with the lime juice sprayed all over them, it's perfect.
I love a good walking taco.
Yeah. I'd definitely order it again if I came back.
And we just ordered another cocktail that our server is going to describe theoretically. It's called the Mary Lou.
Yeah.
Should be tasty.
It should be. It sounded like it was going to be pretty good.
Let's move on to our recap section.
Okay.
And we'll dive back into...
Are
you ready for this fight?
This might be the end of this.
Is that show uncapped?
We should recap it.
You're right, we should.
Okay, Roy. There were were some comments made on, I believe, 2 podcasts ago.
About the finale.
We were trying to talk about who the wizards are, basically, or the reveal of the character name. I believe you called him Saffron.
Well,
okay.
So there was a lot of alcohol involved.
Let's just call it. You were
tomato.
You were close to right.
Sauron, Saffron.
So Sauron is Halbrand.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like the human guy, king of the south, blah, 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 blah. Galadriel discovers that
I was saying.
Well, I was too drunk to really listen. All I heard was Saffron. I couldn't come back.
Okay, I might have been mispronouncing his name, but I had it right.
Now, this is the other thing. The other guy, the mysterious being beamed to Middle-earth from a meteor, is Gandalf.
No, they haven't said that yet.
But it
has been called Istar or Istar.
Let me say it like this: if I walk into a bar with a bunch of new people, they don't know me yet.
Yeah.
They don't know my name.
Okay.
They know I'm a person.
Yeah.
Is my name person or is my name Ryan, the person that I am? Because I still am me, even if they don't know me yet.
I know that, but they said, oh, this is the good one, Istar.
Right.
So that, right now, is his name.
I think if you are diving into like ancient vocabulary, Istar, star, meteor, they're just calling him a meteor.
Well, they knew that already because they went to the scene.
It came from the stars.
Yeah.
I-Star.
I understand.
Star.
I understand.
Is Gandalf. Say it. Say he's Gandalf.
I will not say he's Gandalf yet until they say he is. I've seen a lot of the
You are so difficult.
No. When they say he's Gandalf, then I'll accept it.
Well,
but as of right now...
Do you think he's Gandalf?
I think it's a very high possibility.
Okay. Are you familiar with the other wizards of Middle-earth? Have you ever heard of Radagast?
No. It's been a long time since I've seen the movies.
You should revisit your...
Maybe I should.
Yeah, stuff.
That's like 8 hours, though.
But I think we're going to just say, like...
You can say what you want to say.
I would love for you just to say it.
No.
Just say it to everyone.
I won't.
This is your hot take.
My hot take is I'm going to die on this mountain.
Here, put a pin in your mountain. We've got our cocktail showing up here.
Okay.
What are these tasty cocktails?
These are Mary Lou, named after a customer, funny enough.
Nice.
They resemble closely, I used to call them like a summertime whiskey sour.
Oh,
but they're
nice.
paired more closely to a paper plane, really. So there's 5 ingredients that goes in there. Bourbon, Montenegro, Aperol, pamplemousse, and lemon. I wouldn't say any ingredient really shines the most. Maybe the lemon and the pamplemousse, but the Aperol and the Montenegro really base down the drink to make it a really delicious cocktail.
Nice.
Sweet.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers.
Is it good on the nose? Pretty neutral on the nose.
Yeah. That's tasty. I would drink it again. It's like really...
There's a lot going on in that.
Yeah, but there's no like bite.
No.
It's really, you could get in trouble if you drink too many of these.
You don't taste any bourbon in that at all.
It is really good though. But it's kind of... I see the whiskey sour thing. I'm not familiar with the paper plane.
Right, that's probably the lemon thing. Yeah, I've never heard of a paper plane.
But I could see how it could be in line with the whiskey sour.
Yeah, it definitely is, but it's not...
Not sour at all.
Yeah.
It is a very smooth...
Sour isn't the star of it.
It's very good. Nice color to it, too.
I'm surprised there is no smell to it.
Yeah.
You can't smell the
With
bourbon.
all those ingredients, you think you'd smell something.
Yeah. Or maybe we've had too much whiskey.
No, but it's really good.
Boy, there's a lot going on. I'd almost want to try all those ingredients
Separately.
individually, just so you know, because I didn't. There's probably 3 of them that
I wasn't
didn't
familiar
know.
with, yeah.
See if it's on the menu here.
I didn't see it, because he said it's like a summertime
Oh, it's one
special.
of their, yeah.
He just recommended it because he thinks it's his favorite out of what he's had here.
Yep.
Personally.
I've seen it on there.
It's always good to get a bartender's recommendation.
Their menu, by the way.
Yep.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I did get it. It's really good. Everything about this place is on point.
Square ice cube, too?
Yep, that's how you know it's a cocktail bar.
Yeah.
It's not crushed ice. It's not...
Well, just the first,
cubes.
the Sazerac comes with no ice, just frosted glass
yeah.
and cold out of the shaker.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's not... You're not going to get this at some downtown bar where they're just slinging drinks. This is a legit cocktail place.
Yeah. No.
So if you're more of a cocktail drinker than a beer drinker, this is a good place to come.
If I'm not mistaken, I saw the Four Roses bourbon get poured into it.
That's a good one.
That is tasty.
We've had that one a couple times.
I think we could serve this one to your non-whiskey drinker, and they would go.
Wow! You wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
It's almost like a juice almost.
Do you think there's lemon juice in it, or just lemon express? Do you have a peel in yours?
No, so it must be juice or squeeze.
Just a touch, though, I think you said.
It's really good.
All right, Roy, go back to your hill that you're dying on.
Yeah.
Channel, can you get the? Do I need to rev you up again?
No,
okay. Gandalf.
About this on the way here. I said it last episode when we talked about it.
Right.
And I'll say it again.
Saffron is your favorite.
Yeah, Sauron, which I was right.
Right.
Lyle was the one that was getting it all confused.
He said Andor in the middle of that.
Who knows what he's talking about sometimes. Great guy. But he is not Gandalf until they say it. I've seen a lot of this stuff online.
Wait, are you saying I'm not... Our server doesn't know my name. Am I still Ryan?
Yeah, that's not
See, I've
point.
got a point.
But this is a huge, vast land. It could be the guy that apprenticed Gandalf or something, at this point.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
Could be. I've seen things when he says the same things as Gandalf does in the movies.
Right.
I've seen all the fan theories and stuff.
Sure.
But until they say it, he is not Gandalf.
Well, I think even more evidence that it's Gandalf is you're introduced to the Balrog that ends up taking him down the pit in the Lord of the Rings, where he turns into Gandalf the White. Okay. But where the dwarves are digging down for the mithril.
Yeah.
That was an interesting reveal. So he's just hanging down in a cave by himself for all these years, and then he ends up fighting Gandalf, getting his ass whipped.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. Next season's not out till next winter, I think.
I just, how long could you live in a cave like that? Is it a cave if it's a...
No, it's more of like a
cave
nook.
Needs a natural opening.
Yeah, and it doesn't have one.
This is a cavern.
Yeah, it's a cavern.
See?
Look at that.
Books, Roy. Books.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to stick with I don't remember how they pronounced it, but it's Istar or Istar.
Istar, yeah.
Yeah, that's who he is.
Do you do subtitles?
I don't
Probably
think
not
I did
because
on
of
that
your
one,
reading situation.
Ashton was interested in it.
Oh, yeah.
Until all the craziness started happening with the fighting and...
Yeah, the... what do you call them? The orcs?
Yeah, the orcs.
Yeah.
I wanted to say the gorks for some reason. Orcs. When the orcs started coming up, she was kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm not about that.
They're pretty scary. I mean...
So I was watching them when I'd come home. I'd watch it with the volume and everything. Well, I'd eat dinner and I'd eat my dinner and watched it. But
nice.
The Game of Thrones, I watched all subtitles.
Oh, yeah.
No sound.
Right.
Except for the first 2 episodes.
I'm still only on episode 4 or something, but I've listened to all the recaps on that show.
We're the complete opposite of what all the
people
are saying.
Oh, really?
People are saying that the Lord of the Rings was like a tank.
Huh.
And then the Game of Thrones was like the greatest thing that's ever happened.
I think I might like it again now that I know what it is and if I rewatched it. But
the best 2 episodes were the last 2.
Yeah, see, I'm not...
Is
there 10 episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just too much,
I'm probably on 5.
nonsense drama to me in that one.
Yeah.
I want to learn about how all these families started.
Right. You want another season of Game of Thrones, not House of the Dragon or House of Jon Snow or whatever.
But that one might be more interesting.
Yeah, I think
because everybody loved Jon Snow.
Right. But, I mean, if you're just stuck in the north or wherever, if it's a prequel or whatever.
Because now, didn't he get, banished at the end of this series?
I hated the last...
north of the wall?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
He wins... I can't remember to even speak on it.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm not going to let that go until they say it for themselves.
We've got a little bit more to get to on this episode, Roy. Okay. Let's move it on to
I'm going to try to woo-saw myself.
The segment of the week. It's Gandalf. All right, segment's over. All right.
It's time to dive into the segment of the week.
This might be the last episode.
It's time for the segment of the week. Okay, Roy, I'm bringing back questions of unknown origin.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see how great this goes this time.
Let's figure this out here.
Worked out great last time.
Oh, this has taunted me for a lot of years.
Okay.
I'm just going to get into it.
All right.
If I am on song 5 of a listening to CD or whatever,
okay,
I'm in a car. Mm-hmm. Do I push the up arrow to go to song 6 or the down arrow to go to song 6?
What? You press up.
Up.
Yeah, for up is next. Down is back. Normally up is plus, down is negative.
Okay, then tell me this.
Or normally it's not even up and down. Normally it's left right.
True. Well, not everything. A lot of it's up and down.
Okay.
Well,
I
had an
have
up and downer.
Now I don't even know more CD
I know. I
players
needed
were
the
like,
channel. This is a throwback.
have to go back in time.
But if you think about, I'm not sure about your Hulu stuff, but on a normal cable guide, you press down to get a bigger number. If you're watching a guide.
You're talking about a CD though.
Right. I'm just saying there's a lot of confusion with you. If you
listen to this you said in your car, right?
Yeah.
So it would have to be left, right, or...
That's why I look at the button, I'm like, wait, which one do I push? Because I'm thinking about the cable, and I'm thinking of...
I'm pretty sure it's up, though.
Volume is usually up, press up. But think about the way you see a CD track list.
Yeah.
The top song, and then you go down.
I see how you could say that, but I'm pretty sure it's up.
Okay.
But I think in normal stereos, it's left or right. Left would be back a track. Right,
that makes sense.
Track.
Back, forward,
rewind.
Yeah, that's more universal. Yeah. I think I had a Toyota Tacoma work truck that had an up and a down, and I was always like,
yeah,
it was horrible.
Because my stereo I have in my truck right now is only Bluetooth or stereo.
Yeah,
like there's no CD option.
Right.
Because all I listen to now is Bluetooth stuff. So it's why would I need to pack around all my CDs that I don't have anymore?
I don't know. Just so you can take your eyes off the road a little more often.
I know, it's so funny. People are like, oh, texting and driving. It's like, yeah, I used to have a whole book in front of me. Like, oh, let's see. Nope, not that page. Look up. Oh, so nope, not that one. Oh, there's double in that one. Let me pull that one out to see what's there.
All right. Okay, we've settled that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be
it's
up.
more thought-provoking. You people
at
home.
What was it? In the Toyota, was it up?
I can't remember.
You don't even know the answer to your own question.
I just know the question.
I guess it's unknown origins.
So I know what people might be thinking is on the TV guide, that's more of a page up, page down situation. Yeah. So you page up, but you scroll down.
Okay. But you're scrolling on the guide, though.
I'm still just so furious at you about Gandalf, I can hardly look at you.
No, it's not.
Okay, here's a lighter weight question of unknown origin. Is a wristwatch a bracelet?
No, because I think it's a different thing altogether.
Interesting. Okay, really?
Because a bracelet's it's like jewelry or
watches.
My daughter has
jewelry?
rubber band ones now that are a bunch of rubber bands put together, braided together.
Sure.
Or, fabric.
But I mean,
a watch is a
Apple Watch. You can get all different kinds of bands, leather.
Yeah, bands. They don't call them bracelets.
You just said she wears rubber bands as a bracelet.
Yeah.
So a band on a watch, bracelet. These are woven bands on the watch. Yeah. You're proving my point.
No, I think it's a different
You're disproving your point.
No. I mean, I guess a watch can be jewelry too, but I think they're separate. I think a watch is a watch, even though it goes on your wrist. And a bracelet is a separate thing.
I'm going to go off script then and play off of that. Do you think a flip-flop is a sandal, or is a flip-flop just a flip-flop? If I told you, sent you into the closet and said, okay, go grab my sandals, and you brought back a flip-flop, would you be like, why'd you bring me a flip-flop?
Well, in that case, I would look for something with 2 straps or some sort of strap situation for a sandal. Okay. A flip-flop, it's its own category. It's a sandal, but it's a type of sandal, right?
Is it a slipper?
No. Even though you slip them on.
Well,
this would almost be a slipper. Hey, dudes.
It's true. That's a house slipper.
It's a industrial slipper.
Okay. So, a wristwatch is not a bracelet, and a flip-flop is not a sandal.
It is, but it's its own category.
So a wristwatch is a type of bracelet, which makes it a bracelet.
Sure, that's what you want to say.
Well,
I think it's a separate thing, because they would be called a bracelet. They'd be in the same area as bracelets.
They probably are. They're in the same. They're the jewelry stand. The bracelets.
I know, but they're in their own separate. Maybe it is, but it's its own category by itself. It's a watch.
Okay. Well, that's why they're unknown origin.
Yeah.
Who knows where these come from?
I'm going to stick with it. It's different than a bracelet. And if you had two, my wife only has flip-flops. I'm pretty positive. So if she says to grab my sandals, I would grab a flip-flop because that's all she has.
Right.
But if you had a pair of sandals and flip-flops and you said to grab my sandals, I'd probably go with the ones that had multiple straps.
So, I'm gonna say a sandal needs some type of buckle.
Yeah, or some sort of Velcro situation.
Now, are you familiar with slides?
Slides, like that's just like the front half is
slip on.
Oh, it's got like the one band.
Yeah.
Like the Adidas ones and everything.
I'd never called them that until I met my wife.
I don't think I ever called them. I think they were just a sandal or a shower shoe. That's when I saw them the most. Was showers.
All right. Well,
because it's easier to slip on and off than.
Maybe there's more meat on this bone. This should be its own segment next week.
Maybe. I don't know. But those are good questions, but I'm going to stick with my answers.
Okay, I've got one more. Now, I did some brief research for this question.
According to I believe that.
According to the internet, 109 billion people have died on Earth.
Like since the start of recording?
Yeah, like the start date was a little ambiguous, depending on how religious you are.
Okay.
But so roughly 109 billion have died on Earth.
Okay.
Considering that, is it reasonable to assume that ghosts don't exist?
Don't? Oh, because so many people have died.
109 billion. And what?
I don't know. I mean,
is it reasonable?
I think it's a possibility that they do exist. But I think there has to be certain circumstances for you to be stuck in that area. It's like a Bigfoot alien thing, you know?
Right.
Like either you do or you don't, or you're undecided.
Well, I feel like that's different.
Because, I mean, I can see how...
Because you don't know how many Bigfoots there are.
That's true.
For you have never seen one. But we know there's around 100 billion people that have died on this planet.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of ghosts. I like watching, like, the shows on Travel or TLC or whatever it is, even though they've gotten pretty...
Ghost Hunters. And
yeah.
They were really good like 10 years ago.
Yeah, now they got all these stupid technology stuff. They got like the stick figures like moving around in the camera. It's like,
it tracks the...
Yeah, it's like, I don't know about that.
That's full of crap.
Post-edit type stuff.
Yeah. If you really had that...
that's like one thing that can give me like chills and goosebumps is watching those shows.
We got really hooked into Ghost Hunters like...
They did ruin my childhood amusement park though.
What's that?
They ruined my childhood amusement park on one episode.
Oh, really?
Forest, and it's like south of Salem.
Did you run into the woodland fairies in there or something?
No, but they did an episode there.
Yeah.
And of course it was like over some like Native American burial ground or some theory. But I was like, man, I've been in all those rides like 100 times.
Right.
It's like what is it? Like the Mother Goose and stuff like thing.
Yeah.
What are those called?
The nursery rhyme?
Nursery rhymes. Yeah. It's all based on that.
Oh.
So you have like
it's extra creepy.
You got like the mother in the shoe and all that stuff.
I love how nursery rhymes are like really based on like
they're horrible.
Like pandemics and murder and
it's the worst.
The worst things you can imagine.
But they're so catchy. Just like most music nowadays, it's so horrible, but it's just catchy.
My thing with ghosts is that I think they exist, but I think the ability to sense/see them is limited to certain people.
The Sixth Sense, if you would.
If you would, yeah.
That's a great movie.
That is a good movie.
The first time you watch it.
Yeah, you can only watch it once.
Yeah. Once you watch it multiple times, it's kind of like...
Well, you watch it twice. You watch it the first time, you're like, wow, that's awesome. And then the second time you watch it, you go, oh, wow. Oh, why is his breath so cold? Oh, why is the doorknob red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think when I was a kid, I thought that I'd seen some, like... in Ghosts. My house and stuff. Yeah. But I think that's like a kid.
Right.
But I would never like discredit somebody by saying that they saw one or seen one.
Well, I listen to a lot of podcasts of like people telling their story. Mm-hmm. And how do you deny somebody that saw something or like things have moved or I mean they interviewed this podcast I listened to actually, a really good one is Jim Harold's Campfire Stories. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So he is an older guy, hosts podcasts, and people just call in and tell their stories. And they're kind of
almost like an old
categories.
Like NPR like radio show type stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like he comes at it like somebody will tell the story, and it'll be like, oh, this ghost grabbed my hairbrush, and I woke up and it was stroking my hair, and I was like, oh, where are the curlers at?
Yeah.
And then Jim Harold will go, wow, really? He just is all in on the story every time. Because he's also heard like every single story they tell.
That's his job path, yeah.
But it's pretty interesting. I don't know. I don't
know. I think that to become a ghost, though, I think something
traumatic.
There has to be some sort of like equation that makes it so you're stuck in
right. I think it's either extreme love, extreme terror, or
hate.
Hate, yeah.
I don't know.
Because I think there is a gap between this and whatever. Even if it's nothing is next, I think there's a space in between nothing and
whatever you
that brief period when you died, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question, but I can't.
109 billion.
Yeah, I get the stats seem unreal, but.
All right, Roy, let's move on to...
That's like the lottery chances.
Are you ready for another segment of the week segment?
Sure.
Let's do it.
It's time to dive into the segment of the week.
You are going to love this segment. Now, I did not do this to embarrass you, shame you, or anything.
Well, just remember what I know about you, Ryan.
Yeah, that's right. Good point. The Seahawks game started. Do you have a good angle?
No, I got the Dolphins.
Oh. Okay. So this game is based on Oregon. Instead of Pictionary, we're going to play Dictionary.
Okay.
I'm going to read you a definition.
Yeah.
And you get one guess to tell me what the word is.
Okay.
Now, there's three
so
categories.
Think what word I'm using like last time?
Kind of, yeah.
2 episodes ago or whatever it was?
Yeah, Roy tried to sell his organ to an organ shop.
Yeah.
But when he talked to the organ guy, he said he had an organ in his basement, and the guy looked at him like it was crazy.
No, because it's a good one.
Wait, but you said Oregon.
No.
Can you even hear the difference?
No. I can't.
All right, we can't go back into that.
If you're at an organ shop.
An organ. Oregon is a state.
Yes.
Organ are stuff, your guts, and like an instrument.
I understand, but I can't hear the difference.
So he looked at you like you were selling the state of
that's
Oregon.
That's the only thing he has there, so he knows that's what I'm talking about.
And he's like, son, you're lost, my friend.
No, he's like, you're lying. He's like, you don't have a Leslie speaker in your basement.
Exactly. He said you're lying.
Not the Leslie speaker, not the instrument.
Okay. All right. Maybe those details would have helped 2 weeks ago.
Well,
all right.
Was that the Godfather episode?
I don't know.
If it was.
I don't remember anything about the Godfather.
Anything about that episode.
So
you should always eat a good meal before you decide to drink.
Right. Especially if you're doing the fancy boozes. There's going to be a phrase, a word, and slang. Okay. The first one is phrase.
Oh, your mom gave me crap about that too, online.
Yeah, she did. She came after you on Facebook.
She did. And I thought we were
I thought you guys were good. Yeah.
She just keeps coming at me.
Then didn't she threaten to throw you off of a balcony or a deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After I was trying to help her again.
Right.
She doesn't like being helped, people.
Some people don't like being helped. Other people threaten to murder you if you help them.
Yeah. She's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, she's...
Great person, though.
Mm-hmm.
Great lady.
Quality woman.
I would do anything for her.
Alrighty. The first one is a phrase. This phrase is usually used in the context of an expected standard being met.
A what? Expected standard being met?
Yes.
Okay.
It's often used in negative constructions to indicate that something is not meeting such a standard.
Okay.
In parentheses, and is of poor quality.
Okay.
Now, it's a phrase.
Okay.
That's the definition of it. Do you have any questions about what I just said, or do you want me to read it again?
No, let's just go for it.
Do you have an idea what it is?
It's a word about something
it's a
not
phrase.
being up to... I know all about not being up to standard.
I'm going to tell you it's 3 words. The phrase.
Okay. Am I supposed to guess the
phrase?
Yeah. Oh. I thought you were going to tell me the
No, this is part of the game, because it's like Oregon or Oregon.
Okay. So, not meeting standards. Not up... Well, that'd be 4 words. Up to par. Or not up to par.
I'll say you have 2 of the 3 words with up to par.
Under par.
You're getting worse.
Oh, everything's
Under par is only 2 words.
Yeah.
I'll just spoil
not
it.
Up. I don't know. Yeah.
Up to snuff.
Up to snuff.
Close though. You were in the ballpark there.
That's close.
Okay.
I used to have to write evaluations on people. And we had a whole binder of
I bet your supervisor was like, "What the hell is he talking?"
No. We had binders full of bullets and like stuff that's like reoccurring stuff. So you just had to retype it in, but you have to find like acronyms like out your ass.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was ridiculous. Like some words you can't do the full word, so you gotta. It's like a fake. You would never use it in real life.
Like abbreviation.
Yeah. But like that doesn't exist. Like it's not a normal one.
Right. You're just shortening it.
It's like when you get out of the military and you have to write a resume.
Yeah.
You need to like remember what that real word is.
Real words are. Oh,
like,
as you translate it to the normal.
Because you could do like the simplest thing.
Yeah.
And an EPR can make you just look like you like saved the world. And it's.
I gotcha. Yeah.
And so you got to like dumb it down. Like, well, it wasn't really this extravagant.
Right.
It was just like I did this.
That's kind of like where they
I scheduled somebody for the next day.
Yeah, and you get a medal, and it's like a 5-paragraph thing, and it was like, he shut the door before or something or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I shouldn't bring a medal into that. But
I know. But there is some ribbons that you get that it's like, you were there anyway.
Right.
Like, you would have got it regardless.
Oh, I can't put this down because you might cheat.
Okay,
we've got 2 left.
Okay.
This one is a word.
Okay.
The definition is...
I feel like I'm on like Jeopardy.
It is. It's pretty close to Jeopardy. An external covering for the human foot, usually of leather and consisting of a more or less stiff or heavy sole and a lighter upper part ending a short distance above, at, or below the ankle.
So, it's a shoe that's made out of leather.
What? Come again? Are you thinking out loud, or did you have an answer?
Thinking out loud.
Okay. So, if you've ever seen Jeopardy...
I didn't say Bob. No, that's not Bob Barker. It was
Wheel of Fortune, man.
Trebek.
Yeah. Suck it, Trebek.
Yeah, I know. That's all that comes to my mind. I'm going to go with moccasin, but I think it's probably like a loafer.
Close. This is a shoe.
Just a shoe?
Yep.
Not nowadays. They're not typically made of leather.
I mean, usually of leather and consisting of a more or less stiff...
Like a leather shoe is like a business shoe.
An external covering for the human foot. It's about as general as a shoe can get.
But nowadays it's all like...
I mean, it's pleather.
Fabric or
it's
like
pleather.
Polyester or whatever.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's not leather. If you're telling me that...
Hey, guy, I didn't write the dictionary, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just reading it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. When you say leather, I'm thinking like some sort of like loafer... Like moccasin type thing.
Right. I see where you went. You latched on the leather.
Yeah.
You should have heard.
That's the only thing that set it apart from just a normal shoe.
You know, a moccasin rarely. Actually, they do go. They go above the ankle.
I guess.
Usually, you're strapping all the way up to the knee.
Expert.
I am, Roy.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready for the last one? This is slang.
Okay.
Now, you've proven yourself to be... I mean, you're in the ballpark here.
Yeah.
I need you to dial in and get this. Let's end on a win. Let's end on a win here, okay? This is slang.
Okay.
This word is an exclamation that can express dominance, triumph, excitement, or joy. It is especially used when commenting on big dunks in basketball.
In big dunks in basketball?
Yeah.
That's one word?
Slang.
Slang.
It's one word, though, yeah.
I can't think of...
Oh, did your ice cube touch your nose when you took your last drink?
I don't know. Then basketball's throwing me off. At first I wanted to say fuck. But
No.
I'm going to say like slam dunk maybe.
Here our waiter is approaching. Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Those were really good. So tell us again, there were a couple of the ingredients I didn't know.
So bourbon.
Yep.
And a great substitute for the bourbon is mezcal here.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Montenegro, which is the Aperol.
Okay. Kind of like an absinthe type of thing.
It's an Amaro, actually.
Mm.
And then lemon, pamplemousse, and Aperol.
What's the pamplemousse?
Pamplemousse is essentially grapefruit liqueur.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Which kind of shines in that drink a little bit.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think we've bought that before for a drink, but cool. Did you want to order another cocktail, Roy?
I think I'm all right.
Yeah, I think we're probably good. So, yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Okay.
That's good.
Do you have an idea of what the word is?
No.
Does it come to you?
It doesn't. I'm going to just say a slam dunk.
You are going to really kick yourself here.
Probably.
Boom shakalaka.
That's not one word.
That is one word.
Boom and shakalaka.
No.
That's 2 words.
Boom shakalaka.
Well, I wouldn't think that means dominance.
You have proved yourself to be not an expert on the dictionary today.
I never said I was.
We will get there. We're going to get there. We're on this journey together. No. You will get this, Roy.
I would never think that boom shakalaka was one word.
Boom shakal. I mean, it's not boom shakalaka.
I understand that.
Boom shakalaka.
You don't talk like that, though.
You say boom shakalaka.
I know, but
it's
it
one
seems
word.
like it should be 2.
I mean,
in my simple mind.
That's all right. That's right. We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you got anything to wrap up that we've touched on this episode, or you feel like you're good to go?
I feel like I've just been beaten down.
You were really close on 2 of those, so I got to give you that. All right. Well,
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
We're signing off from the radio bar. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
It was a fun episode.
We'll see you next week.
Check it out.